Hey everyone, okay, time for an Amiga CD32 collection update. It's been about 4 or 5 months since one of them, so I've actually gained a fair few games in that time, so if need be, grab yourself one of these and we'll get to it. Okay, so a bit of a mixed bunch anyway, some cheap ones, some that are just a disc, some big box games, a few real stinkers, but a couple of crackers as well. So I'll go through the cheap and cheerful ones if you like first, then we'll get on to the better stuff later on. So first up then, this is actually an old Amiga game that got ported over about 4 or 5 years after for the CD32. And that is 7 Gates of Jambala. Escape from the Caves of Jambala in this fun-filled jump and run game, stunning graphics and sound. Well, that's very debatable. There's the back, you might just be able to see the screens there. Yes, it's a run and jump. That's about as far as it goes. It really shows that it's an old Amiga game. It's a really poor edition for the CD32, and you've got to wonder why they did it in the first place, to be honest. But that was only a few pounds. I think the original game was 89, this was 93, so yeah, I think it was only a few pounds, but a poor edition, but one more for the collection. Another one which might be slightly better, but not much, a bit similar in some ways, is the Chambers of Shaolin. Now this is a 1 or 2 player martial arts simulation, extensive training section, amazing array of combat moves and multitude of backdrops. You pick a character, as far as I know, I haven't played it, and you can build his skills up. I'm not sure if there's like a mission at the end or something, like in a combat school, remember that on the old 8-bits? Where you trained your player and stuff, or sort of you trained your soldier, you went through an obstacle course and stuff like that and had a mission at the end. I don't know if this says or not, I can't remember to be honest. All I know is it's a poor beat 'em up, very poor. What I've seen of it anyway is pretty poor. Again, that was only a few pounds, so that's not too bad. Slightly better is this. Now this was an original Amiga game as well, but it's decent, and this is actually welcome for the CD32 because it might be the only game of its type on there. And that's Battle Chess. Battle Chess, which made Battle Chess is more fun than normal chess because the fact you had battles in it. Your characters could literally beat the other ones up, especially if you had the queen or something. There's inside a fairly thick manual, tells you how to play chess. I still can't. I doubt I'll ever will, to be honest. This is about £15, so a bit more expensive, but didn't really mind paying that too much. Yeah, not bad. Okay, another one. Now this one I haven't played, but it's platformer, and it sounds like it could be quite a fun platformer as well. A slightly different sort of box. That's Fury of the Furries. As you see, it's like a card box. I'll show you the inside. There's the furries backside and disc. There's a couple of screens in the back here. I'll show you. The top one's like an animation, so it does look like it could be quite a fun game. So I know it's a platformer of sorts. There's some writing on the back. It's pretty small. Haven't read it yet. Haven't played it yet. This was about £6 or £7, so it's another one for the collection. Right, one more complete game. This one's much better than the others we've seen so far, and that's Chuck Rock 2 Son of Chuck. A pretty decent platformer for the Amiga CD32. Not the best one. Chuck Rock also appeared on CD32, so now I have them both. A few screens on the back. Pretty similar game, except this time you play obviously the Son of Chuck. Nice intro again, like in the original Chuck Rock as well. Of course, you get off to rescue your father this time. Yeah, oddly enough, this used to be pretty common, but recently it's been a bit harder to find. But it's there now. That's the main thing. Okay, next up then. This, I would say it's fairly rare, but the big box version is fairly rare. And you're talking £40 plus usually for the big box version. Now this is probably one of the closest games you get to Zelda on your Amiga. There are a couple of games actually for the CD32 or Amiga 1200 which resemble Zelda, if you want to play Zelda. So this is one of them then. I think it's set over like 4 different time periods as well. This is called Legends. No colour box or nothing, this is just the manual, as it says, with the disc. No screens or nothing on the back. Yeah, like I say, you're talking about 40 quid or something at least for the big box version, and this This is about 10 or 12 I think it was, so much better. It's a fairly thick manual. It does tell you a lot in this. There's a lot of character interaction, battles, spells, things like that. Haven't actually really played it beyond testing it, so can't tell you too much more about it, to be honest. But it's quite highly rated, I know that much. Okay, another game, or a couple of games then, which have no instructions or no covers, things like that. Like I said, I'm going for the full collection, but not everything boxed. I mean, that's probably asking too much, even for a smaller machine like the CD32. Next up though, anyway, Brian the Lion. Platform fun from Psygnosis. Would like a big box, but again you're talking £40+ probably more than 50 I think, usually. Disc version I think was under a tenner, so you know, you pay a quarter or a fifth of the price, don't get a box. Maybe at some stage, somewhere further on, you do get the box. Yeah, it's an okay platform. It's not brilliant by any means, but it's alright, it's decent fun. Yeah, I wouldn't like it as much if I did pay like the £40–50 for it. I was pretty much of that. It's quite colourful. Can't remember what the music's like in this one, but Psygnosis, you'd expect something fairly decent, wouldn't you? Okay, so now we get to something a bit more embarrassing, I think is the best way of putting it. I'm not sure why this even got a release. Oddly enough, until the last couple of weeks, I'd never seen a boxed version of this game. So I actually didn't think there was a boxed version. Then all of a sudden, you can get one from Germany, I think, for something like over £120. And at the time of making this video, so it's probably finished by the time you watch this video, there was one for auction as well, the boxed version. Now this game, it's called Strip Pot. That's the instructions, a piece of paper basically, from Pixel Blue, says it all as well. Yes, so it's like a slot machine or a fruit machine if you like, and you win, you get to see half naked or naked girls. Enough of that one, I think. I've actually tried it. I'll admit I've tried it and it is crap, it really is crap. More rare games then, actually a few of these remaining are quite rare games. First of these, a boxed version will set you back about £80, this one. So this isn't boxed, it comes with its instructions only. And it's a fun platform of sorts as far as I'm aware. Not played it yet, so can't tell you too much. Base jumpers. Now, so I've got this for the instructions, obviously. And it's just a little excerpt, if you like. Mention the latest edition of silly but exciting things to do before lunch. Such dangerous sports as walking on cold coals, low diving, minefield tiddlywinks, and the latest craze, which is base jumping. So it's a run, jump, collect them up. I think it's some other bits too, but not read it or played it yet, as I say. So, but this is quite rare. This was, I think even this was like £15 just for that. The floppy disk version a lot cheaper. Okay, now, yeah, definitely one of the, if you like, the so-called big games, but probably not in a way. That makes sense. Not really, does it? Is this next one. I would like the big box version of this. This is one I would like to get, but this will do for now. Has the instruction booklet with it. It's still a fair price. Boxed version, you're talking, buy it now, £210 I think it is. Give you some idea. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I think there were about 4 Street Fighter games for the Amiga in the end, or 5, include the original Street Fighter. For Street Fighter 2, there's a few. Whether this is the best of the bunch, I don't know, I've not played them all. The floppy version of this for the Amiga 1200 and 4000 plays alright if you have an accelerator card as well. It also comes on something like 11 discs. So you've got the CD32 version here, of course. Printed CD instructions. Yeah, I've given it a quick whiz. I mean, I have a couple of different controllers, and I think at the time I had the Honeybee controller set up, which had all these different switches on it. So the game was a bit jolty, but I think there's still slowdown in the game, even you get the, just use the original CD32 controller instead. Yeah, it's great to have this in the collection, obviously. There's still a couple more beat 'em ups to get. I mean, there's Fighting Spirit still to get. There's Body Blows Galactic or Ultimate Body Blows, whatever it's called, and there's a few others too, which elude me at the moment. So finally got this one. I mean, this was 60–70 pounds, even just for that. And some of you are probably saying that's a bit of a waste of money, and it does seem like it in a way, really. For CD32, you think you should be able to handle Street Fighter 2, really, wouldn't you? Yeah, it struggles a bit. It's certainly not the most impressive game for the machine. Okay, on to the big box games. First one's a slight oddity in its big box type. I have a game from the same company, boxed like this already actually. Anyway, this one, Possible Mission 2025. Apparently it's the special edition. I was never a fan of Impossible Mission 1 and 2 back in the mid 80s for the 8-bit systems. I think the original one is actually in here on the disc. So you got a picture there, the booklet's on this side. Shows a few different pictures, all the instructions and that, different languages too. So it's not been played by me yet. Some screens in the back there. It's a similar sort of thing, obviously updated by about 8 years since the original. That's about all I can tell you, really. I do quite like this in a way. Instead of having a giant big box, you've got basically half a box, haven't you? Not bad in some ways. Okay, 4 big box games left. First of these I know the least about, so it's platforming of a type, perhaps with a slight hint of Lemmings in it as well. Oddly enough, also, it's released by Psygnosis, but it's been made by Digital Illusions, who made the Pinball Dreams and Fantasies games. This is Benefactor. Quite nice actually to get the big box game, especially as very few people bid on it. So sometimes they can go for a fair bit, as a lot of them do, obviously. So, stunning rotoscope style graphics and a haunting music score, 60 well designed levels, dozens of disgustingly animated monsters, apparently. So there's the sides, obviously the Psygnosis label. In the back, very small graphics in the game as well as on the box there. Nothing really to write home about inside, I don't think. I'll quickly show you. Yeah, so it's a puzzly platform of sorts. Disc. With a hint of Lemmings and stuff like that. And the booklet. Booklet's in black and white, so no real shakes there. And that as well comes with it. There we go. Yeah, so well, it's just been one for the collection really. It's not something I doubt I'll be playing too much. I'm pretty sure, like most of these games so far, there's gameplay of this already on YouTube, so not to worry there. Okay, one I will be playing, although obviously it's pretty much out of date now, is the Ryder Cup by Johnny Walker. An Ocean release, and I think one of the other games I've still to get is also a golf game from Ocean, but whether it actually got released or not is unclear. International Open Golf, the other one's called. Anyway, really nice box this one. Golf in the sunset. Nice to be playing golf in the sun. I've done that for a while. There's the back of the box. Some nice screens. So I've already got Nick Faldo's golf, which is pretty good for the CD32. Here we go. One big manual, instructions, and a loose disc. Find a plastic sleeve for that disc somewhere, I'm sure. Quite a bit in the manual. Just a quick look there. Bit of history about it as well, actually, which is quite nice. So you set your line up on this one. I think you set up for 4 players and stuff like that. And play away. So I haven't actually played it yet as such, but looking forward to that one. Do like me golf. Alright, two games left then, and these are both, in my eyes, pretty special. Now, first of these is easily one of the best games for this system, I reckon. And it's not usually my sort of type of game, but this is quite a rare one. It only got released for the CD32, didn't come on the Amiga. It got released on like the Mega Drive and the Mega CD, so you may be aware of this one. It is Blink. Yes, odd different cover for a Psygnosis game. Usually got the logo. Haven't on these. There we go. It's so this then is an extremely colourful. It looks fantastic platformer. You collect stuff, you jump on enemies, that sort of thing. You collect stuff to make spells. You can fire things at the enemy. Got some big bosses in the game actually. I'll show you the back here. The first and third screen bosses. They're quite different. So this then, yeah, this does show finally a game that shows what a CD32 can do. Probably too little, too late really. So one disc left in the box and a big yellow manual. Yeah, it's pretty much dead similar to the Mega CD version, I believe. I'm led to believe rather. It is a fantastic game. It's got a really good musical score as well. You expect that on a CD, don't you really? So I think off to save the world. I think it's something like 4 levels or 5 levels in this. Yeah, so you're an apprentice wizard through there. Yeah, definitely playing some of that one. Now, one game left. Yeah, unclear whether this was released originally, but obviously it is because I've got it now. And there's a couple now on eBay, oddly enough. Yeah, this got released for the 1200 PC as well. Quite rare for the CD32 version. Thinking Wing Commander, you'd be along the lines of this game, called Star Crusader. Now, Star Crusader obviously is a lightning fast 3D engine, full texture match for universe and spaceships. Fly 13 different ships, challenging combat inside nebulas and asteroid fields. Fully rendered 3D graphics to keep close-up action rocketing around you. Make commander decisions, set up battles, so you've got a strategy element as well. And watch the war unfold. Over 100 challenging missions apparently. So there we go. This then, I actually bought originally the CD for about £2.50 off eBay. The CD32 itself, the disc. Came like that, £2.50 off eBay. And then literally just a couple of weeks later, a 1200 version, which this is, it says in the corner there, you see that, appeared on eBay, boxed, with instructions. So, there's instructions, and there's a start guide in there as well. And here's the discs, some like 10 discs, there we go. So, obviously it's recommended to be installed onto a hard drive, because that's a lot of disk swapping. And the reason why I got the disc version 2 was for the fact it says that in the corner here. I knew it anyway before I bought this, but for the CD you're going to need a keyboard and a mouse as well. Perhaps a floppy disk to save the games to, even with the CD32. Some really small screens on the back here. I doubt you'll really be able to see it in that well, to be honest. There is some gameplay on YouTube, not a great deal for the CD32 version. It's something I'd like to get into, whether I will or not I don't know. I'll definitely attempt to. I'm pleased to get this though, so that's the main thing. Yeah, 10 discs, there's a lot of disc swapping. Even you've got a couple of external disc drives. I don't know if that will actually work without hard drive on the 1200, but I will be attempting it at some stage. So there we go, that is actually another 15 games for the CD32. And my last total was 119, so that takes me up to 134. That leaves a maximum of 28 games left to get. There we go. 2 of them were German only games, which if I can find them cheap enough I'll get them. A couple of the others, still unsure whether they got released. Like I mentioned earlier, International Open Golf. What was the other one? TFX, Tactical Fighter Experiment, which is a flight sim shooter. Not sure if that actually got released or not. I reckon the game is finished, but whether it got released or not, so it does show up. It's going to go for hundreds probably. It does. And a couple of other games I do know have been released. They're on eBay now if you're willing to spend the money. Humans 3. Got Humans 1 and 2 on one disc. Humans 3 got released. The big box versions for about £450 at the moment right now. So I've yet to part company with my money for that one. And even more expensive is Thomas the Tank Engine Pinball. £500 plus postage by now. I have somewhere, here we are, 1200 version. Didn't get released on a bog standard Amiga. So I'll be happy just to get the disc. I'll chuck the disc in this box. Cheat a little bit. There's no way I'll pay £500, even if it's the last game to get to complete the collection. I'll not pay £500 for a game. I don't think so. So there we go. It's a bad game, it really is. Give me pinball dreams any day. There we go then guys, so that's 134 games, maximum 28 left to get. Thanks for watching, I'll see you again soon.